Hello students and welcome to another video. I'm your teacher, Mr. Flynn, and today we're going to be talking about the carbon cycling game, and these are some basic instructions for you. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to pick a location in which you want to start moving the carbon around. Now this can be infinite. You can do this game for a very long time. Okay, so let's just say I start in atmosphere. Okay, so you're going to put a dot, and what you're going to be doing is your carbon is going to be bouncing around the board or this page, and what you'll do is you'll just track where it goes, and you'll just draw lines for each time you move. And what you're going to do is you're going to trace this out. All right, and I want to see where you go. Now if you stay there, you're just going to circle it. Okay, so how do we move around the board? Well, there's going to be prompts here for you to follow. So if I'm starting at atmosphere, okay, you're going to have a page that looks like this, and you're going to roll the dice to see what happens to you. So if I roll the dice and I get a 3, I diffuse into the ocean and I go to water. So what I'll do is I'll draw a line from atmosphere to water. So I'll draw a line that goes to there. And this is where I am second. Okay. Once I'm there, I'll flip my page over and then I'll roll again. And now I got a 1. So this is diffuse into the air, go to atmosphere. So now I'm going to draw a line back to the atmosphere. Now don't just use the same line. Draw a second line next to it. I want to see trends that are building, and then I'll roll again for atmosphere. Okay, let's say, okay, I got another 3. I don't want to go back. Let's say I get a 4. It says used for photosynthesis, go to vegetation. So now I'm going to go to vegetation. So I'm going to roll and then go to vegetation. All right, now that I'm in vegetation, let's just say I rolled a 3. Roll 2 dice on vegetation possibilities, okay? And there's 2 other sheets here for vegetation, animals, water, I think that's it. There's just 3 of them. Now these are like extra options that just don't fit on the board here. And so what I'll do is I'll roll it twice. So if I roll a 4 and a 1, that gives me a 5. And then it says, you are in the leaf of a milkweed plant, a caterpillar feeds on you, go to animal. So then I will take my papers and I'll go from vegetation to animals. So if you can see, I went from animal to water to back to the atmosphere to vegetation, and now I'm going to the animals. Okay, and I'm mapping out what happens to me. Now, each time you get to a location, write down what happens to you down below. Okay, what I'd like you to do is give me information about what happened in the atmosphere. Okay, so for example, in my atmosphere when I first started, you could write, I diffused into the ocean. That's what happened to me. Oh, actually, that's what happened to me in water. I diffused into the ocean, right, as carbon. And then as vegetation, okay, I was used as a leaf in a milkweed plant. All right, so what I want you to do is to locate and find what happens to carbon in these different places, all right, where carbon is stored. And like I said, this carbon, it's not like something that we can just easily destroy. It's just going to be recycled and repurposed, either through chemical reactions or it's just being moved around from place to place. And what you'll do is you're just going to see what happens by playing this game, okay? And I want you to do this at least like 25 to 30 times. And that should get you to most locations, and you can write down things that happen to you all everywhere. And what we should see is strong trends that form, like between atmosphere and water. Well, water gets evaporated, goes into the atmosphere, and then it rains back down, and it goes back up, then it goes back down. So carbon's just going back up and back down. And then sometimes it gets put into fossil fuels and stored in the ground, and it may take a while, so you may stay there a bit. When you go to sediment rocks, you may stay there a bit. Okay, you may not be able to leave so easily. All right, so you should see trends that form. Okay, so go ahead and play this game and track what happens to you and do it like 25 to 30 times. All right, you can easily do that in about 20 minutes or so. You can easily map out where you're going. Okay, thanks again for watching. Until next time.